I was at the Aldrin home for the landing with Buzz's wife and kids, both to help them understand what was going on, and also in case something went wrong, I could help to interpret, was this really bad, or, relieve their anxiety or whatever. So that is something that we often did as astronauts. I don't recall the specific number, but it was certainly, Buzz's wife then and his kids, and probably some other close family members, and there might have been some other person from NASA there, but it's quite a private thing when you're dealing with something that special. As you would expect, there was a bit of tension, right? I mean, it's Dad up there, and my God, he's on the moon. So, there's a little bit of anxiety and some tension and worry and that kind of thing. And, part of what you're doing is explaining things so that they recognize that, oh, that should have happened, and oh, that's fun, that kind of thing. The first people on the moon, I mean, it was incredible. We were very conscious not only that this was an incredible historic event, but it was also, frankly, the culmination of the Kennedy commitment to, send a man to the moon and return them to Earth by the end of the decade. And there we were, and, assuming things are going to be successful from that point on, that mission would have been accomplished. And I mean, that was something we were very, very conscious of through that whole, decade of activity and preparation for that moment. So it was, a proud moment, an exciting moment, and one realized the historical nature of it and the privilege, frankly, that you were able to be part of that incredible historical event. Because I flew Apollo 9 and was the first lunar module pilot, and then there was Apollo 10, so there was another lunar module with 2 people in it. So there were only 4 people in the world, me being one of them, who had really direct first-hand, hands-on experience with flying the lunar module. And here was my friend Buzz and Neil, my friends Buzz and Neil, going down to the lunar surface, and all these calls going back and forth with mission control and the computer alarms and all that stuff. And so I was very familiar with what they were living, and in that sense, I guess I was probably able to put myself in their shoes, in their space boots at the same time, and go down to the surface of the moon with them. And it was a very special privilege for, my friends to be flying that same vehicle and actually landing on the moon. It was like, yes, The really important thing, if you put yourself in the place of the astronauts on the moon or flying around the moon, was that literally by holding up your thumb, you could cover the Earth, and it's disappeared. The black universe all around, and all of a sudden, all color has gone out of it. Everything that you can see is just black and white. The moon nearby is lifeless. Everything that means anything is under your thumb. All of life, happiness, love, tears, birth, death, all of life is under your thumb. That realization that that's our home, that's where I'm from, we've got to take care of the Earth, and we've got to continue to evolve into space.